Okay, are we ready to get started?
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, Malia, are you ready over there?
Sit down.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, it is 4:30. Let's rock and roll. Let's bring
rock
this
and
meeting to
roll.
order.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, the meeting is brought to order.
Forgot
Let's
the
go
words on the
ahead.
bottom.
Birthdays. We do have some birthdays. And Robin has a birthday this month. Happy birthday. Is Robin on?
I am here, and thank you.
Yay. Happy birthday to you. And let's see. Who else? I missed May 29th's birthday because I believe Craig had a birthday, didn't he, Louise?
Oh,
Okay.
I may have muted. Sorry about that, Judy.
That's okay. Can you hear me? I'm not hearing anybody else.
Oh,
Oh, there's Robin. So anyway,
Yeah.
birthdays. I was trying to wish Craig happy birthday. So and that was a May one that we kind of missed, but we have Robin in June. Anybody any other June birthdays really quick? Okay. If not, let's go ahead, Malia, and start doing the roll.
Sounds good. Ray,
Here.
Doris? Doris, are you joining us today? Okay, BJ?
Here.
Louise, I know that she's online. Robin,
And she's
Yes.
here.
Chris Jones?
He's here.
All right, Judy's with us.
I am. Yes, I'm here.
There, he had to unmute.
All right,
Sorry.
Dave,
Yeah, I hear.
Daniel,
And Daniel is here.
great. John? Monette? Dick?
Here.
Irene? Valerie?
Okay, excuse me, is Irene here?
She is not.
Okay. I know she's planning on it, so. And then-
Irene might be struggling to get on it. She called me earlier today.
Oh, yeah, with the Teams issue. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, she is having issues with it. I did too. Okay, and then Valerie, is she on yet?
She is
Yeah,
not.
there she is.
Oh, there she is. Yep.
Okay, good job.
Oh, and then we just had Irene join us.
Okay, I will put a mark near hers. Okay,
Alrighty. And then on behalf of Skagit Transit, we have Crystal joining us today.
wonderful.
Hello.
Hello.
We have Rogelio with us today. Sarah,
Always welcome.
Sarah, Derek, and myself, all present.
Wow, we got the full complement almost. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, welcome one and all. This is great. Now, do we have any public commenters, Malia?
The system is misspelling things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will probably do that just because
Just
have
teasing it.
We'll have that run it. I do try to go back and make sure everything's represented spelling wise correctly. I do not believe that we have public comment, but we do have a guest today, which maybe, I don't know if you have public comment.
Yes, I have that next.
And yes, we do have public comment, Judy.
We do, okay. And let's go ahead and start. Well, let me ask one real quick housekeeping thing here too. So I was wondering if it would help BJ or anybody else to have captions turned on. Would that be helpful?
Absolutely.
We do have it turned on now.
Yeah, it's very
You do?
helpful.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wonderful. You are awesome. All right, let's go forward with public comments, please.
Just a second,
Yes.
please. Quick question. I'm still finding my way around through Microsoft Teams or whatever this is. And now I'm trying to figure out how to turn on the subtitles.
Malia, can you tell her how to do that?
Chat, people, react.
Valerie, if you click the three dots next to the camera at the top, there should be an option that says language and speech. And then you're going to scan over to the there's like an option that says hide live captions.
Okay, no three dots next to the camera. It's an arrow that. Okay,
Three
no,
little
that's
dots.
okay.
You see-
There's three little dots. Meeting info, timer, audio settings, settings. Call
You're
me.
gonna go down to language and speech. Does that appear for you?
Nope.
I'm really sorry. I'm not sure.
Oh, wait. Okay, show live. Sorry. Thank you for your patience, and now I'm on board. Please continue.
Good. Public comments. Who do we have for public comment, please?
Hi, I'm on the Transit Board of Directors. I'm also a Mount Vernon City Council person.
You're kind of fading in and out, Malia.
Yeah, just 1 second, Judy. She's gonna come up a little bit closer to the microphone. Thank you
And
very much.
I didn't hear the introduction. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Hannah Oliver.
Good. Again, wonderful.
Yes, on Skagit Transit Board of Directors, also on Mount Vernon City Council. I'm mostly here today just to listen again, just like last time, but as you all probably know, there might be some shifting of who is part of the Board of Directors. I would really love to advocate to have a rider on it, to be an actual voting member. And I would love to hear all of your thoughts. And if it doesn't fit in this meeting today, that is okay. I'm happy to meet with each of you outside of this to talk about that.
Okay, Hannah, please call me or get hold of me. This is Judy Jones, because this has come up before, and you're a lady after my own heart, because this would be a wonderful thing. And this is something we have been discussing for a long time, just because of the legislation that passed last summer. So I can give you some of the background and what's going on with that. I'm just overjoyed to hear this and have you in our midst today. So please get hold of me, and you can, well, my information is probably on the board in list anyway. I'm not sure, but I will also try to get hold of you as well. And Malia also has my number.
Perfect, thank you.
How would you
Yes.
like us to contact you?
Well, I can give you all my email if you want my city email. It is. I'll have to look it up.
It's on the roster, I think. Yeah.
I always forget what it is.
That is great. That is just great. So yeah, I will make contact with you, or you can contact me. Whoever gets to each other first, let's do it, because I think this is really a good thing.
Okay, so my email it's Hannah, so HANNAH.
Yes.
O
Uh-huh.
at mountvernon.wa.gov.
Mount spelled out?
Yes.
MT.
Mount Vernon spelled out.
Oh,
And
Dot
then just
.gov.
and then just WA.gov.
No
Okay.
dots between Vernon and WA.
No.
Yeah, I would have thought you would set that up.
Got it. Okay. Thank you very much for all of that. That's wonderful. And
like
I am so
that?
glad to have you here as a guest.
Yes.
All
You're
right.
right, the captions are quite
so
bad.
We took the
Her name
guest,
is Hannah.
And
Oliver, Hannah Oliver.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. So you are a guest, but do we also have any public commenters?
That was the only public
That was
comment that we received, Judy.
All right. Thank you. This is wonderful and welcome. Anybody
You
have
know,
a question?
I do, Judy, it's Irene. I have a question from a community member, and they asked why there weren't very many people on the buses. So I just thought I'd pass
The
that
deadheading?
along. I'm sure there's more people that wondered the same thing. You know, just,
They're
Would you
just
like to
looking at the
explain that,
wrong bus
Malia?
at the wrong time.
and that's part of it.
in the wrong direction
Well,
too.
they had 2 extra riders this week.
Yeah,
Summer broke down.
if it's appropriate, I would be happy to respond to that.
Please, yes.
I think this kind of naturally segues into my next, or the next item. But We have seen an increase in ridership on fixed route, which is promising. As you guys know, 2025 ridership was up. I think it was 12% from 2024. I'll double check that. For
Okay.
this reporting month, April's ridership, we saw a 6.44% increase from last year at this time. So total fixed route
Okay.
ridership for the month
Excuse
was.
me, Malia. I'm sorry to interrupt you here, but that's wonderful staff reporting, but we do need to get through the minutes approval.
Oh, sorry. I thought you wanted me to speak to that, Judy. My apologies.
I was going to ask you if you could speak to the, like, I was wondering if this was deadheading, where there's people, where the buses are returning and there's no people on that return route. And this is what I thought. And then I thought you were going into your staff report.
Well, I would like to be able to respond to her, to be honest with you. So the comment that my neighbor made. So,
Yeah,
so maybe afterwards if you,
sure. I think I can touch on it in the staff report too.
okay.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we could do things in order here, and I apologize if I misunderstood. But okay, so next on the minutes, any questions or any additions or corrections to the minutes for May?
I move that we'll accept the ones that were sent out on email.
I second
Okay.
that.
I third
Okay,
it.
Dick and Ray, all right,
All in
approve. All right, all in favor, say aye, please.
Aye, please.
Any opposed?
Oh,
I have a question.
Yes, Robin?
Yes. Are the minutes sent to us by email only?
For you, it's print,
The-
but I send them out email as well.
Okay, because I don't seem to be getting the minutes between the meetings.
Are you getting them at all? After the fact, or are you getting anything in your mail?
I get something from Judy once in a while, but I don't think it's the minutes.
You're not getting your minutes or agendas in your mail every month, like near the end of the month? Or yeah, or the beginning of the next month?
Robin, I send them out.
No.
I send them out each month and you are on my distribution list. They come in a large manila envelope. If you're not receiving them, I will verify that that's the right address. I was given the address from Judy, so I'm sure it is the correct address, but I'm happy to look into it, to make sure that it's nothing on our end that's delaying those getting to you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry
so
about
you,
that.
you folks getting print, we've got 4 people. We've got Robin, Louise, John Norman, and oh gosh, Manette. So make sure and check your mailboxes near the end of the month or the beginning of the next month to make sure that you're getting. It's a really good idea to watch those. And they come in a large manila envelope, correct, Malia?
Okay.
That's correct.
All right. Okay. Thanks for bringing that up. And that's something that can be looked into in between meetings. Okay, let's go ahead now. We are ready for the staff report. Malia, take it away.
Yeah, so I just want to kind of jump back to your question, Irene. I will say we have seen an increase in ridership, looking at pre-pandemic levels. I will happily send an update. I want to say last time I looked, we're still seeing like a 22%,
Increase over pandemic.
decrease, still seeing it decrease from pre-pandemic. Every year since, 2019, we have seen an increase. In some years, it's been significant. It's about 10% each year. However, we're still down from where we were in 2019. For paratransit, we are actually have, increased ridership substantially, and we're well beyond what pre-pandemic ridership was on paratransit. But to your neighbor's point, yeah, ridership is down. I have tried to, be transparent with you guys where we're at in the planning process and the budgetary process, but I will just share that we all have concerns with route optimization. And we want to be sure that we're looking at data when we make these changes to routes. And having not had that information really up until the last couple of months, we needed to slow down that process and ensure like we know where people are trying to ride and trying to get off the bus and making sure that we have the proper amenities. So I am hopeful. My next item on here is to talk about the transit development plan. And so kind of segueing into that, I can share a little bit more, but just to finish ridership update, fixed route for April, it's 47,087 riders. And for paratransit, actually slight decrease, the first decrease, last month and this month were the first decreases we've seen since 2019, but nominal 2% decrease in ridership from last year. Sometimes that's just due to the weather, right? But still seeing pretty significant ridership at 6,700 rides. Moving into the TDP, as you guys saw, I sent that out last week. We did have to amend the public comment period on that just because of when it was published in the Skagit Valley Herald. So my apologies for the inconvenience. That officially opened today and will be open until July 8th. And then we will hold a public hearing on July 15th. And we welcome folks to submit public comment to me directly during the 30-day period. But then we'll also provide the avenue right of the public hearing where if anyone wishes to provide written comment or come share, public comment at the meeting, we invite them to do so. For anything outside of that June 9th through July 8th timeline, to be shared at the public hearing, please send that directly to the clerk of the board. And that information was sent out via email and is on our website under the planning section. It's also on our homepage under recent news, just sharing the update. I would love for you all to take a look at the TDP. The TDP, for those of you who may not know, is a requirement. There's RCW structuring what that needs to look like. It must include a 6-year financial plan and talk about, like the status of the agency, planning efforts, considerations and risks. This is due to WashDOT September 1. And so we kind of sequence it so that we have the public comment period and then it goes through the public hearing and then the board has a period to review it and choose whether to adopt it or kick it back to us for any reviews. All public comments that are received within the 30-day period will be included in the final appendix. And then if the agency addresses it, how we address it, or if we have a reason, maybe for not addressing it, we try to do our best to respond to every public comment with a detailed response.
It's pretty long, so be sure you allow more than 5 minutes.
Thank you.
It's 54 pages.
It is
rather shorter than the LRT.
Yeah, it is not 272 pages, so we are improving. I really encourage you guys to look at it. I don't think most of it will be a surprise. Hopefully I've done a somewhat decent job communicating where the agency is at, but we talk through kind of some of our priorities for this year. And then the financial plan is really probably the best opportunity for us to kind of look at what's ahead, what's funded and what isn't funded. I did receive some comments from Judy today regarding planned expansion for regional routes. And I know, Irene, that's something that you've discussed with us before in this setting. We try to, throughout the document, identify what our priorities are, but then also spell out very clearly preservation of service is first and foremost the function of the agency. We received some information from, OFM and WashDOT the last couple of days that is not all that promising. Transportation budgets are going to see pretty significant cuts. And so they have encouraged us as agencies to take a hard look at our priorities and our planning efforts and prioritize, once again, preservation of service. It's a unique challenge, and I think we're well equipped to deal with it. But looking at what can we do, what are cost savings that we can implement, everything that can be considered before we look at eliminating service. And then, we have an amazing grants manager who does a phenomenal job just, looking at the data and working with other members of our team to package the proposal in a way that spells out, like, how can we serve more people with the same amount of resources or less? And that's really the challenge right now, is putting those applications together. As you guys know, we've talked about mobile pair ticketing and the potential of applying for grant funding for a program like ORCA, for added service on the ADX. These are all things we've discussed. The team at Skagit Transit is going to meet internally and really nail down what are our priorities and in what order. And then we'll be real aggressive about putting together an application that spells out the impact to community, positive and negative, right? If we have to implement phased approaches of those proposals. And then we'll work.
Oops. I lost you.
Yeah,
Anybody
I
there?
lost you.
Oh, okay. Hi, folks. Hi, all us outsiders. Let me email Malia really quick. Well, I don't know if she'll see it. I'm gonna email her real quick. Let her know that we lost her. Bear with me. Okay, I've sent her the email and I don't know if she'll see it because she's busy. But at least I'm trying it.
Can you let me
We
know
can-
if you hear it?
Malia, are you back?
Judy, can you hear me?
Now, oh, now we can. I just sent you an email saying we lost you, but go ahead.
You can hear me now?
Yes, all of us on
Okay.
the outside lost you. I had Robin and people on the outside, but we
Okay.
got you back.
Sorry about that. So anyways, grant applications for regional mobility are due at the end of this month. And so I will keep you guys posted next month with just an update of kind of where we landed and what we're applying for. And we'll be very transparent on what we're going after. And then any updates that we have. As you guys know, the cycle of those grants tends to be biennium. And so we won't hear for a while and then we won't receive the money for a while and typically can't spend any of the money, right, until we have that grant agreement in place. And so none of these projects would be near term. And that essentially within the next 2 years, probably we'd start to see work on them, but I will keep you guys up to date.
Are there several grants?
There are. We have a kind of routine cycle of consolidated regional mobility, state bus and bus facilities, green transportation. But we aren't sure what funding is going to be cut. We have heard that there is a chance, and hopefully it doesn't come to this, but even existing grants that we have received funding for could be cut from us. And so it's a really tricky time, but I think the charge is a good one in the sense of looking at ways that we can find efficiencies and cost savings and maybe considering some different models of service that ensure we're doing what we need to do to get people where they need to
I know
go.
you bragged about the
And
person that
Valerie
did
has
the
a raised
the
hand.
grants, so
Yeah,
it's
she
cool.
did a
I'm
good
just,
job.
hope there's a whole bunch.
Valerie, did you have a question?
I do. I just got an email from Doris asking if there's a meeting today and that she can't find the link. I just sent her an reply saying that I've had to go to the Skagit Transit website and go to the calendar and finally found the link. That's why I was late. So in the past, the link to the meeting has been in the emails that were sent out regarding the meeting with agendas and other documents. And I looked and looked and could not find anything. Please include
I'm
the
going to send
link.
her one.
What?
I'm going to send Doris a link right now.
Okay, good. In the future, please include it in the emails. Like I say, I'm late. I was late to. What? Okay, sorry. I thought. Anyway.
I will ensure that going forward. I apologize. I typically try to do that. So if I left it off this month, I apologize. Judy is going to send Doris a copy of the link right now.
Great.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Thank you.
The last thing I guess I would say on the TDP is it's been a good practice for Derek and I to look at WAG, WCAG 2.1 accessibility compliance. It is something we're all as public agencies being tasked to think about more strategically. And so we had fun. I think it was a good challenge for both of us to look at how we can make sure this document was accessible. Judy, I hope that if you and Chris had feedback on ways we can improve, that you guys will pass it along. Yeah, slowly but surely doing what we can to figure that out and then working towards that on our website and ensuring that all public documents we release are, screen reader accessible.
Oh, sure. One question I have, I kind of fell sideways here this last month on doing what I told you I would do, which was to give you some ideas of accessibility consulting services. Are you still needing those?
I think Judy, as always, or Derek and I both are very interested in learning what we can do better. I think we're kind of doing our own research on vendors
Okay.
or options, but if you have comments specific to like the TDP and how we could improve the accessibility of a document like that, I would really welcome that feedback. Because it's
Oh, that looked
it is my
great.
first time really making that a priority. So it'd be great to hear from you if you're willing to share.
No problem. You were looking for consultants at one time is going into the WCAG 2.1, and so I didn't know if you're still looking for people for that.
We may be, but if we do, we'd
Okay.
like to go through some
Just-
type of procurement process on that, so it would
Sounds
be a bit. Yeah, I'll keep you posted though.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, just a few more things. How am I doing on time, Judy? I don't have the agenda in front of me.
Okay, right now you're at 4:55.
Do you have me on the block till 5 or how long do I
Till
have?
5:10.
Okay, great. Okay. So as you guys know, we launched a spare for paratransit last month. We have had our fair share of hiccups. I am the first to admit, but I think we are doing better. We had to kind of learn some things about the way that the notifications were set up for the IVR, reminding folks of their rides. But I do feel like we're getting a handle on kind of the nuances. I guess part of the problem is those IVRs are like essentially a robocall. And so certain carriers respond differently. Some will block them, some won't allow voicemails. And so it's just the nuance of that being very outside of our purview and trying to figure out how we can get that to leave, you know, the proper notifications for folks. That said, I've spoken to quite a few people. A good number of them have been pretty pleased. I think the app's been working well for folks, those who are willing and able to use it. That kind of provides the functionality to book and schedule around the clock, which people appreciate, I think. And then working with care homes to kind of get them set up. We have a new functionality that allows us to assign representatives. And so we've been working with folks to set those accounts up. Derek, is there anything else that I'm missing on that? Okay. I think I shared this last month, but we have a new hire in customer service. Just wait a second. We're pausing for the train. Her name is Angel. She started this last week. Rogelio really stepped in and did some pretty hefty training with her, so we appreciate him for that. She's doing great, but as you guys, you know, stop by the station or whatnot, please introduce yourselves to her. And then we also had a new finance manager join. That was announced at the last board meeting, but just in case you guys weren't aware. The 536 bridge detours, I think I've shared that with everyone, but those go into effect tomorrow. So just as a reminder that those detours will be going, or on the 11th, sorry, on Thursday. Those detours will be going live. We have that out on social. It's publishing via our SMS notifications. It's on our website. But if you guys have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Well, we had one comment. They don't have a sign by the bridge. You know, someone's gonna, I mean, it's been online and stuff, but they should have a sign right there saying, you know what?
WashDOT.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, no, that's a good point. I have a contact there. Maybe it's something we could.
They said was it tomorrow they were gonna get on that, or get on, starting the process, but yes.
I didn't look at his last email. I just saw that it came through. If they haven't touched on that,
We have a contact over there.
we'll
Okay.
mention it.
And yeah, it'd be a good way to get commuters in.
well, yeah, someone's gonna not know.
Okay, and then just one last update. I kind of shared this, but Rogelio is going to be stepping in to assist with some of the functions of the CAC. I'm very grateful to have him doing that. Just, you know, bandwidth wise, helping with meeting minutes and sending out reminders and stuff. And so if you guys see something come through from him, that is why. And we're very thankful to have him in that position. I will still be giving staff updates and everything, just a little extra.
Valerie might have had her hand up.
Valerie, did you have a question?
Actually, okay, so Doris is here. So yeah, it was regarding Doris. I'm glad you got
Yes.
connected.
Me too.
Welcome, Doris. Okay, so then last piece, I will pass this over to Sarah just for an update on upcoming events.
Hey, everybody. Coming up Saturday, June 20th is the Berry Dairy Days Grand Parade. So we are registered and we are set to have a nice 40-foot coach and our rideshare van. I know we'll need some volunteers, so I'll be reaching out via email to the CAC members and kind of see what we can come up with as far as walking together on the route during the parade. Just, yeah, kind of meeting with our spectators. So I think that would be a lot of fun. More to come on that. And Thursday, June 25th, Rogelio and I will be at the Community Resource Fair and Open House for FAE, which is the Foundation for Academic Endeavors. Saturday, June 27th is a Mount Vernon Touch a Truck. Those are always a blast. We just had one May 29th, and I think we discovered that we are very popular amongst the youth. We had about 400 people coming in and out of our bus, and it was great to interact with a lot of those families. So I'm excited for this one. And then July 4th, we will be in the Logger Rodeo 4th of July parade. And so again, I'll be reaching out for volunteers for that one as well, and see what we can do to, garner up some enthusiasm about our services. So, yeah.
So I have a request. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sarah.
No, I was just gonna move on to the next step with travel training. So go ahead, Judy.
This was on events. And so if we're going to participate in events, which I think is awesome, I would like to request that we have some lanyards, some badges, so people know that we are with Skagit Transit. We're CAC members, however you want to make that look. And I understand Rogelio is great with graphics. So I'm like, take it away. Get us some great, colorful, wonderful badges so we stick out.
Yeah,
for Skagit Transit.
Not wrong. Yeah, Malia and I are working up something so that we can have something to offer for everybody to look the part as well when you guys are engaging with us. So
yeah, we discussed maybe having something with a little bit more high vis. So we'll keep you posted, but we're working on it.
Make them neon colors.
Alrighty, Sarah, do you want to talk on travel?
Yeah, and then going over in May through the first week of June, I've been able to kind of teach some new travel skills to around 60 people, and that includes classroom visits between Rogelio and myself, group presentations, and a number of one-on-one trainings. And I feel that our presence in the schools have encouraged several field trips locally amongst our community. So word's getting out that Skagit Transit and into the schools to get out and engage with the communities and what we have to offer, especially during school days. So that's been really, really fun. And being under the supervision of the school faculty, I feel has helped them kind of get over those nerves, and going out for the first time, especially as a middle schooler, it can be awkward if you've never gone. And so I think that that's helped kind of push that confidence for them after going out with their groups to be able to go out one-on-one. So or on their own or with a friend. So I think we'll see a lot more summer exploration with our youth, and I'm really excited about those numbers when they come in. So yeah, I've been hitting up a lot of the senior centers too. So I was recently at Chandler Square, and we took a field trip with a group of seniors up there, and we went to the senior center, and a lot of them were super pumped to take fixed route for the first time. And they're already planning all their lunches that they want to have and all the little activities that they do up there. So I think that it's been super successful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just can't thank this team enough. They're doing a really great job.
Oh, that sounds great.
Derek, is there anything that either of you wanted to add staff update wise?
No, I just, for this crew, you hit on it, but the accessibility gains over the last year for that dock, it doesn't look like much when you see it printed, but the digital piece behind it, it was built from scratch, taken out of a very copy pasting pictures in, and everything being in tables and done differently. And we had a lot of learning to do with it. And I think it's going to now be able to apply that to everything we make. So yeah, it's a good step.
Yeah, Derek and I were chatting before, and that will also be published in vehicle displays. He's taken a hard look at, feedback we've received from this group of wanting Skagit Transit to advertise itself a bit more. And so we're looking at, avenues that require some funding and avenues that don't. And this is one way, is just doing a better job putting notices on our vehicles, on those in-vehicle displays. So
Yep, starting tomorrow, that'll be in there.
Yeah.
Are they
It all-
gonna,
It
like,
all
Billy
sounds
come
good.
put the, ads on them or something?
Yeah, we're still working on that. He was just asking about the ads for vehicles.
Yep, we're doing due diligence on that. I've been meeting with anybody and everybody, to think through it that does it at different agencies, wrap vendors, design companies, the vendor or, Sound Transit, Denver's, Pierce, because they all do it with varying levels of different models that they use for this. And so, since we're starting a bit from scratch, it gives us an opportunity to think proactively rather than just do what we've been doing. So yeah, taking all of that into account and then, getting close to a point of moving forward on next steps, but wanting to
That's
do
great.
due diligence before we
That's
move
good.
forward.
Well, I think if
the
you look back in
local-
the archives about 4 years ago, you might see some bus slogans that were turned in because we were asked to do the same thing, and apparently it never got off the ground. So, but I'm really glad this is moving forward.
Hey, Judy, we have a comment from Dick real quick.
Oh,
I
I'm
think
sorry,
that-
Dick. I didn't hear
I
you.
think the local newspaper has a column on government meetings. Can we get the CAC into that list?
I should probably talk to our attorney about that. I think it isn't it's a citizens committee. It doesn't specifically relate to Skagit Transit official business. But I'm not trying to say that it's
But
look into it.
Information or contact from the public, so
Maybe we could at
if
least
the
publish
public
it.
knows about it,
Yeah.
then they might be.
I'm not sure we could have it under government, but I know that there are other avenues that we publish that with
Okay.
paid, but I'll talk to Crystal about that a little
We
bit
can look
more.
at it.
Offline. That's a good suggestion.
Yep.
Valerie, did you have a comment?
Yes, a decade ago, we changed the name from Citizens Committee to Community. Community
Community advisory.
Thank you. So Malia, you just said something about Citizens Committee. It's actually Community Advisory, and that's a really important distinction because we're not screening for citizenship when people get on the bus or when people join the CAC. It's about the community and the community we serve. The other thing I wanted to quickly comment about was years ago we were asked, as someone noted, we were asked to submit, slogans that never went anywhere. A few meetings ago, there was a mention that Skagit Transit was going to move forward with using the buses as rolling billboards. I know that, funded by Climate Action, Climate
CCA stuff.
Action, pardon?
The CCA, the climate, was that?
Commitment Act.
Yeah,
Climate
thanks.
Commitment Act, thank you. And that there was going to, and I've, for over a decade, I've been saying we've got these rolling billboards, let's use them, let's publicize our services. A couple meetings ago, there was some mention about, there was exciting news coming up about, moving forward on publicizing, and I'm still waiting for that exciting news.
Valerie, I just gave an update on that. I don't know if maybe it didn't come through, but we took that advertising policy before the board and they did vote in support of it. That does not mean that we're necessarily ready. There's a lot for us to consider as an agency because we need to look into insurance considerations and make sure that we have an understanding of who's handling the graphic design. These would likely be for the majority paid advertisement. And so they will be advertisement that local, community members or agencies choose to place on our vehicles. And so there's a level of contracting that's going to go into it. And so we will continue to share updates, definitely. But we're not really in a position yet to say what that's going to be yet. Just still doing some research.
Malia, we're talking apples and oranges. What I've been asking for over a decade is we're a rolling billboard. We should be promoting our own services. This is not about
Business advertising, yeah.
it's advertising ourselves.
Yeah,
And
no.
it's go
I
ahead.
do understand the distinction. The reason why I say this though is, for example, if we were to work with a vendor, For the paid advertisements, for example, it is very likely from our review of existing contracts that they would write in some essentially like ownership or entitlement to being able to be the person that we work with for printing and installation of our designs and our internal advertising. We do not have the equipment to print those advertisements and to install them. And so I understand where you're coming from, and it's definitely still a priority for our team. We're just looking into our options to see, and we need to make sure that the contracting works out. And like I said, there are components that are rather tricky. If a vehicle is damaged, for example, and a vehicle ad of full bus wrap, for example, could cost upwards of $10,000. And so if there's an accident, we need to have a clear understanding of, is our insurance carrier going to cover that liability? Is it something that the agency has to repair? We are also learning, not to get into the weeds, but when there is damage to a vehicle, it takes 2 weeks for that paint to cure before you can put adhesive back onto the vehicle. So there are just a lot of logistics that we're working through, and I will certainly do my best to keep you guys updated on it, but we're just not totally in a position to say, what direction we're going to go at this point.
I appreciate the update. And like I say, I've been talking about bringing this up for over a decade. So we managed to get the signage onto the buses about powered by the Climate
Commitment Act.
That Climate Commitment Act. So that happened. And so it's possible, and I appreciate your update and the complexity, the unfortunate complexity that is, well, like I say, I've been bringing this up for over a decade.
Yes.
And seeing buses in other systems that have been promoting themselves, and it can be done. And I'm glad that you're working on it. Thank you for the information.
We're working on it. The one last thing I would add to that, Valerie, is in case the CAC wasn't aware, as a requirement to receive CCA funds, it was written into those grant agreements that we did have that advertisement placed on vehicles. And so, but with that, there was also the cost share, right? Like we were given funds to ensure that was.
Oh, we lost you again. Connect. Do I still have everybody on the phone?
On the phone?
Can you hear it?
Oh, we got you back. Okay, fine. All right. I don't know if we're ready to move on to another section. If you're finished, I kind of lost you, so I'm not sure.
I'll just give Derek a chance if he wants to add anything.
I was just gonna say, it's something that we're excited about too. Like it's not as if this is something that's not shared by internally. It's something that I would like to do personally as the person who is somewhat responsible for this. It is connected to advertising because it is, as Millie was saying, very expensive to do these things and complex. Advertising gives us the opportunity to also advertise ourselves because it frees up funds for things like that. So it's coming. It's something that we'd like to do, and when we do it, we will come to this group and brainstorm with this group as well. So
wonderful. All right. Okay, well, thank you all for this. We're going to move on to something else now, and this is the review of the candidates for the CAC membership. We've got 3 applications, and I hope you all have looked over them. We've got 2 slots. So having said that, and hopefully everybody has reviewed the applications, is there any questions or discussion quickly before we take these to a vote?
Did everyone have a chance to review the applications?
No, I was on vacation. Sorry.
I didn't see them. They came out online. There were attachments to
And they were
an email
sent.
from,
Right.
oh, well, from Judy.
Judy, it sounds like we had a few folks who didn't have a chance to review the applications.
But I'm ready to vote though.
That's okay.
And then we also heard one last, that there was.
We
one of the
did,
candidates
and
spoke
we
last
actually, yeah, these candidates, they really are, what I had done was in May, I had said, you know, in June, we are going to review these applications. And so for the candidates chosen, we can go ahead and let you know for the July meeting for the candidates that are chosen. So I was really in high hopes that you all could have reviewed them and we could vote today.
Good, let's vote it.
All right, well, okay. Is there anybody, let me ask this. Is there anybody who hasn't reviewed them? Do we have anyone, for anyone who's not reviewed these, say aye.
Who has not reviewed?
Who
Aye.
has not reviewed, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, just one
We have
person?
2 ayes here.
2 ayes? Okay,
I'll
but
still vote.
everybody else did? All right. We do, you know, I think we really should, just in the essence of trying to get the new membership, we should really try to vote on these. Are you all comfortable in trying to vote on these guys now today?
I think you should vote on them today.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It's
Let's do it. Okay,
dragging on kind of
You
long.
bet.
all right. So we have 3 applications, and there were no questions on the application, no discussion. So I will just go ahead. What we've done in the past, Malia, is we've just gone ahead and taken a straight vote aye or opposed nay, that kind of a thing is what we've done on these for the member applications. So we'll go ahead and do that. And I'll take these in. Let's go ahead and start with we have 2 Joes and we have a Kirk Kennedy. So let's start in alphabetical order. Last name, Kirk Kennedy, and his background, he's from Anacortes, as you remember, and he's got lots of really good ideas, very enthusiastic, would like to be a part of this committee. And then there is Joe Kunzler, who has been a member before and would like to come back. And he has a lot of head knowledge, and many of you know Joe from before. Then we do have Joe McDonald, who is retired from Skagit Transit, so he would be a great addition, is what I can say there. So having said those, Kirk Kennedy, number 1, all in favor of voting him as a candidate to come in July? All in favor, Kirk Kennedy, say aye.
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 Okay, any opposed, Kirk Kennedy?
Judy, I think we may have to run through the roll call.
Okay, now we haven't done this. We haven't done that before, and if you want to do that, it's going to put we have some other things that we need to vote on and do today quickly, and we're in our last little 20 minutes. So I'd like to try to go ahead and proceed the way we have before, if we may. Okay, so we have Kirk Kennedy, we have Joe Kunzler. Those in favor of Joe Kunzler for membership, say aye. Any opposed as the candidate for membership, say nay.
Nay.
That's the one that was here before.
Yes. Okay, there were some nays on that one. All right. For Joe McDonald, those in favor of Joe McDonald as a candidate to be voted on, say aye.
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 Okay. Any opposed? Okay. So with this, it sounds like we have Joe McDonald and Kirk Kennedy as our new candidates to invite back there in July. This is what I'm gathering from here online. Is this correct to you folks out there?
Yeah, Representative, what I heard.
Okay. All right. Do we have any questions before I move on?
Joe Cons, or the McDonald, who was the person that spoke last time? At the last meeting? Because Judy, you weren't here.
No, Joe was
That-
online.
That,
Joe comes.
That was Joe
Okay.
Kunzler.
okay.
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay,
You-
but from what I gather, because I was asking for a discussion, nobody said anything. And then when I brought the members up, we voted. So are we still in agreement that I should be even asking for questions at this point because we voted. The two candidates, Joe McDonald and Kurt Kennedy, we're all in agreement, correct?
Yeah, that's how we voted, yes.
Okay, exactly. All right. So now there's some things I'm going to have to probably skip a little bit because we are running into, it's 5:20 right now. So we do have some week without driving activities. And I know that Malia, if I'm not mistaken, you are wanting to know that the CAC is in favor of moving forward in the in planning these activities. Irene went over them. She handed out the handouts. And I take it you all have reviewed the handouts. Do you have any questions for Irene?
Just to clarify, Judy sent a draft of what she is recommending goes to the board for their review. Or to Crystal, my apologies, to Crystal for her review. And so I just wanted to make sure that the recommendations as outlined in that document are representative of what everyone would like the agency to prioritize or to review.
Well, first, I think we
Okay.
need to move forward to make sure the CAC is in favor of moving forward in the planning. That's what you were asking, but correct, Malia?
Yeah, I want to make sure that everyone is okay with the recommendations and in support and that we have the proper, sponsorship, or I forget the term you use, but
Sure.
leader,
Coordinator.
that's the ticket. Yeah,
And I'll go into that.
perfect.
Yeah, in just a few minutes, but shouldn't we have a motion? Don't we need a motion to move forward with the week without driving?
I think it would be appropriate first to discuss what those items are to make sure that everyone has a recap of what they're saying they vote in support of going before.
Okay, so just to recap, now I have spoken to almost everybody personally and called, I think 70% of you. I still have a few more people to call, but we have 5 activities just for the people that, we have 5 activities that we want to bring forward to support the National Week Without Driving. And really what it is it's more of an excuse, if you will, for Skagit Transit and the CAC to kind of work together and collaborate on something. And I think that this is something that the National Week Without Driving is something that we can support. And so with that, we have 5 activities. And when I contacted everybody, I asked for coordinators and support. So what we want to do is we want to have each one of these activities will have a coordinator from the CAC, and we'll have support from the CAC. And then what we're looking for is to all interactive.
There we go.
With Skagit Transit, also work with Skagit Transit to get some of these going, and also work with Skagit Transit Board too. So I'll do this rather quickly, but activity number 1 is board meeting kickoff and commitment. Judy Jones is going to coordinate with Robin Gosney, and we're looking for one more person with that. Activity number 2 is leadership participation, contracts, and route support. By the way, I will send all of this out to everyone. That will be Judy Jones with Manette Pardon, and then we're going to need another person. The third one is lunch without driving. Valerie Rose and BJ Carroll's going to work that. Highlighting the week without driving, transit riders, and CAC stories. I'm going to take that one, and I'm hoping Doris will help me with that, but I have not talked to you personally about that. Number 5 is paratransit ride-alongs, and Chris Jones is going to work that with Greg Robb. So we've identified the CAC side of it. So what I'm looking forward, the next steps will be to have Skagit Transit identify staff members that we can coordinate with.
Sure.
And so that's our next step. And then between today and July and the next meeting, which will be July 14th, my hope is that we will have each one of these activities shaped, because what you'll see here when you get the packet, you'll see that there's a list of the 5 activities, but this is just a starting place and just kind of a foundation. So each person or each team, each coordinator and support and Skagit Transit support will work together to finalize these. And I'm hoping that that will be done by July 14th, and we'll have dates assigned. We'll have things more cemented, and then finalize it July 14th. And then let's see, there's another step in between here. Let's see. Oh, okay. And then on July 14th, hopefully we'll have an extended CAC meeting, and each person will be allotted 6 whole minutes to go over the activity and to identify if there's any problems, if they need any help, if they need more support. So exactly what they need to finalize those. And then at that point, let's see. Okay, after that, and then the next step is to execute.
Sounds great.
Okay. So the recommendation is we want to recommendate. There we go. We want what we would like to do maybe is bring a motion forward that the CAC recommend endorsement by Crystal Stidham that we can implement this. Is everybody in favor of this, of bringing a recommendation forward that Crystal Stidham can officially endorse our proposed plans?
Aye.
Okay, wait, we need a motion.
Madam Chair, Chris Jones.
Yes, Chris.
I make a motion that we request that Crystal Stidham consider our initial motion so that we can proceed with the week without driving
That she
endorse the week without driving program that Irene has explained to us.
Okay, and this will give us time to work on it. Okay, is that motion clear for everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, is there anybody who seconds it?
Yes.
I'll second it.
Yeah, second.
Yeah.
We
Aye.
have a couple seconds. BJ first seconded it.
So when does this go into effect? The step. When is this week?
So the week without driving is October 1st through the 8th. However, that doesn't mean that we're just going to limit the activities to that week. They're going to be kind of spaced throughout depending on the activity. So what you will see, and I did not get to talk to you personally.
I don't answer unknown numbers.
Okay.
Leave a message and I'll call back.
But there are still people, so if you, and I'll call you too, but What the other thing I want to do is just say, so that you know you'll have the activities, you'll have the Excel file with the activities and our steps forward. Then you'll also have the 5 activities. And then you'll get the CAC roster, which has all our members' names, and then let's see what else.
We do have a motion on the floor that we need.
Okay, yeah, we have a motion on the floor and my computer disconnected. And Chris, I'm on his cell phone now. We're on the speakerphone. So we had a motion on the floor and Chris made the motion and I was saying, do we have any seconds? Do we have any seconds? We did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's when my computer disconnected. Okay, or Teams disconnected or whatever. Okay, so it's been moved and seconded that Crystal Stidham be asked, it recommended that Crystal Stidham endorse the Week Without Driving activities as proposed in the document that Irene has put out. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, are there any opposed to this? Okay, it looks like the ayes have it. And so I will go ahead and send out that draft recommendation to you, Malia, and also to Crystal. And you can look for it and let us know if it's approved, and we'll move forward. And what we will do is those of us who are in charge of activities, we will meet with our persons that are, they're going to be working with us and helping with us. And so on the 14th, we will be ready to present. That sound good?
Sounds great. Thank you, everyone.
Yep.
Okay, all right. And I have got, I don't have I think it's 5:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was really rushed for time. There are some things that we didn't cover on the agenda. I wanted to ask really quickly, and then I'll let you guys go. We'll adjourn. But I wanted to ask, I was thinking about an agenda format to be different, where we'll have 2 blocks, one for CAC and one for Skagit Transit. So everything is not so broken up. We can start 4:30 with the CAC stuff. And then by 5 o'clock, move on to the staff reporting. And of course, one will probably flow into the other. We'll have questions and answers, but I wanted to ask if you all approve of that format. You want to hear some yeses or no's? Let's hear. If you approve, say yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody not approve?
I think that would be a good idea.
Okay. Thanks, Daniel. Anybody not approve of the change? We'll give it a try and see if everybody likes it. All right. So, yep, let's go ahead and move to adjourn. Anyone move to adjourn?
I adjourn it.
Judy,
Thanks, Judy.
what about our extended meeting for next month? Do we need
I have
to a lot of time?
We'd have to see if
We
it's open.
don't know yet. We'll have to, that'll be in the works. Malia will let us know if that's possible.
I will double check the calendar. If it's all right, can I email you guys once I verify that the room's available? I just have to make sure it works. It works for me in terms of holding the extra time.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So let us know. We'll be in contact with each other via email. Thank you all for your patience with my computer and me and being disconnected and all this. I really appreciate that.
Is Malia gone?
Thank you all for your time today.
Okay. Seconded.
So.
All in favor of adjournment? Aye. Say aye.
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 No.
Aye.
Chris is saying, who seconded it? Who seconded it? Okay. All right. We are adjourned, and thank you all so much. As always, we will see you in July, and we'll be all in contact with each other.